I believe in the flooding days of Noah. First of all, here in Massachusetts, we live in a rift valley or Connecticut River Valley. If you look right here, underneath you have a asthenosphere. It's like semi-solid material. On top, we have a continental lithosphere. It's like rocky stuff. So when you pull the lithosphere apart, you pull this one this way, this one this way, you create a big hole. That hole can be filled in with sediment. And here's the Rift Valley shown on this geological map. You'll see this eastern border fault, western border fault. In the middle, this valley was opened up while the CPT or catastrophic plate tectonic happening. This earth ripped apart, and now this started to fill in with sediments. So you will see the diagram here. As the big hole opened up, we have a first layer that filled in. It was about 1,500 meters of mud and sand going in here. So New Haven ERCOS. It was gravel and other stuff that was filled in, then Charlotte Meadow Formation. And after the asthenosphere went to decompression melting, basically the pressure left and it melted into liquid, it started to run through. We have a hollowing basalt. And then in the hollowing basalt, on top, the erosion keep bringing the sediments into the Rift Valley, forming East Berlin Formation. And if you go to Connecticut, we can see a dinosaur walking through East Berlin Formation, and they going north. And then after they start going north, another eruption happened, Hamden basalt flow. So this valley was filled with basalt again, and dinosaur kept going there. When they came to Massachusetts, they already was on top of the basalt going into Portland Formation. I always wonder, how did they cross the boundary? In traditional interpretation, it would take millions of years to form, or at least thousands and thousands of years. In our interpretation, it happened in maybe a week or something, when dinosaur came from Connecticut to Massachusetts, and they were going up through the layers. Later on, eastern border pulled apart, and we have right now the whole entire area tilted, and then erosion, when flood of water was going off the continent, eroded the top surface. And this is what's left. This is the basalt that was flowing, that tilted, the Berlin Formation. And now we can find dinosaur footprints in this layer and this layer, which is really interesting. But how sure am I that there was a Noah's flood? This happened during Noah's flood. In traditional way, scientists would put dinosaur walking through East Berlin Formation on a lake shore. The interesting part, there were no lake shore, because you cannot see it geologically. It was the continuous mud through our entire area. And when they came to Portland Formation, it was the same thing. You can see continuous mud, and you cannot find a single evidence of any plant growing. You can go through these rocks, and you can see this would be the surface of mud. This is the East Berlin Formation. It would go for hundreds of miles. And you can see dinosaur footprints on it and other things, but you will never see any evidence of any plants growing. Although there's occasionally plants that was brought in by water, and they would be